my name is Suki Dhadda and I'm a barrister at 2 King's Bench Walk. My role within Treasury Counsel is a Monitoree. I was appointed in April of 2024, so I have been a Monitoree for just over a year. Being a Monitoree or being monitored is really the precursor to getting into the room and being appointed as junior counsel. And during that period of time, you will undertake work that is assessed essentially. That may be from different units in the CPS, so CPS homicide or counter-terrorism or CPS central casework unit. Feedback is collated from various cases that you do. That may be from judges, it may be from your leaders, opponents or reviewing lawyers. And at the end of the process, you're essentially assessed and a decision is made as to whether or not you're going to be appointed as junior Treasury Counsel. As a Monitoree, you're still a barrister, so in that regard, your role doesn't change. But you are often led in very serious cases, and so you have the opportunity to work with some of the best barristers in the country. You also have the opportunity to do advisory work, and you're asked essentially to advise in unduly lenient sentences cases. And also you are instructed to do work in your own name, but it may be more serious than you perhaps had done before. Well, my path was via the Pathway, which was it's a relatively new initiative, and it was launched back in 2021. So my route was via that. I applied. It's a written application where you just have to demonstrate your eligibility criteria, and I was successful in that process. The Pathway was for a period of 12 months, during which I was instructed in a number of cases that I may not otherwise have been instructed in. I was able to then really collate skills and demonstrate my ability in those cases, which then led to the application process of being monitored. The application process in itself to apply to be monitored is a written application followed by an interview. The Treasury Counsel Pathway it was a relatively new initiative. It was launched in 2021, and what it allows is those people who are from non-traditional sets and also from underrepresented groups to have a real insight into what the world of Treasury Counsel is all about. As I said, that's my route into being monitored, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who's thinking about applying to be monitored. What it does is it allows you to be involved in cases, for example, homicide cases that you may not ordinarily be involved in, or be instructed in areas that you may not ordinarily be instructed in. But also it allows you to speak to members of the team, to be involved in cases with barristers who are at the top of their profession, and really better yourself as a barrister along the way. I would say a combination of curiosity and ambition. Curiosity because I'm from a non-traditional Treasury Counsel set, and I was quite intrigued to find out more about the world of Treasury Counsel. And ambition is because I have always been ambitious. I've always wanted to reach new heights within my profession and take on new challenges, and I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. I would say that the opportunity to go into the room, so to speak, is something that I have gained from the experience. You work alongside and have the support and encouragement of some of the best barristers in the country. When you're at the Bailey, you can go and work in the room. Everyone is always bouncing ideas off each other and discussing cases, which has been fabulous because you've got a source of knowledge at your fingertips, and everybody's always ready to assist you. It's been a real turning point in my career. Actually, prior to being monitored, I was doing good work, grade 4 and RASO approved prosecutor. But now it seems as though many new doors have opened for me. I've had the opportunity of being instructed in homicide cases, I've appeared in the Court of Appeal, and I've also been instructed in extradition matters and done advisory work in relation to ULSs. So I would say my practice has gone from strength to strength. I think everybody is always concerned about work-life balance because you hear many myths about what it's like being in the room and being either monitored or being junior Treasury Counsel or senior Treasury Counsel. What I can say is this, that you have to be disciplined and you have to have a good work ethic and time management, but it's perfectly possible to have a life as well as being monitored or being in the room. Certainly that's my experience anyway. I would absolutely recommend applying. As I said, it's been a turning point in my career and it may well be a turning point in yours. If you're slightly unsure as to whether or not it's the right route for you, I would recommend perhaps applying for the pathway first of all, just to gain an insight into the whole process and have the opportunity to speak to members of the team and people like me who have gone through exactly the same process. As I say, for me, it has taken my career from strength to strength, and it could absolutely do the same for you.